Russia has bragged a lot about their missiles both before and during the conflict, with many weapon systems being untested in real battle. It's mostly claims and words. As Russia's army has disappointed on the battlefield, and their air defense had more holes than a Swiss cheese. How does one of Russia's most bragged about missiles, the Kh-47 M2 Kinzhal, or also known as Dagger by NATO, hold up? As hypersonic missiles started being talked about, Russia was quick to release their Kinzhal missile and claim it was hypersonic, with most ballistic missiles traveling at hypersonic speeds, which are over Mach 5. To be labeled a hypersonic missile, it should be maneuverable while flying at a much lower non-ballistic trajectory. Not as low as a cruise missile, which flies at a few dozens of meters over the ground, but not anywhere near a ballistic trajectory, which can often be several kilometers up in the air. With ballistic missiles being easier to detect, while they're not being covered by the curvature of the Earth. But as the Kinzhal does fly more in a ballistic trajectory, while being maneuverable in flight, it makes it a quasi-ballistic missile. With the Kinzhal being a close copy of the Iskander missile, with the difference being that the Iskander is ground-launched. The Kinzhal has a range over 500 kilometers, but depending on the speed and altitude the missile is launched, which can add a few hundreds of kilometers in range. With the Iskander having around 500 kilometer range, it has the drawbacks of needing to accelerate and climb altitude with the help of rocket fuel, while the Kinzhal achieved this from the airplane, leaving more energy to accelerate and travel further. With the Kinzhal being able to reach up to Mach 10, it's primarily only the Patriot with the PAC-3 missiles, which slams into the incoming missile that could stop it, making Kinzhal to have less air defense system that could intercept it and thereby having a better chance of getting through, which made it much more effective before Ukraine got the Patriot system, making only malfunction to stop them before. But as Ukraine has increased their systems, more and more missiles have started to get intercepted, with Russia using around 150 Kinzhal missiles to date. They have around the same numbers in their inventory, producing a little more than a dozen per month, being more expensive than the Iskander missile, which cost around 1 to 2 million, compared to the Kinzhal, which can cost around $5 to $10 million. The Kinzhal actually has a lower success rate than Iskander, with the Kinzhal getting intercepted around 40% of the time, while it should perform better than the Iskander, being basically a slightly better airdropped version compared to the ground-launched missile, as the missile is air-launched from a high altitude, at a good distance to the front line to avoid having the airplane being shot down. It can be identified earlier, as it also tries to hit more high-value targets, as the missile costs more, while the Iskander have a shorter launching preparation time and could hit something spotted with a drone surveillance, being less defended closer to Russia's border, making Iskander to have a higher degree of success compared to the Kinzhal, with the Kinzhal giving Russia a more expensive but fairly effective missile, which could become less effective as Ukraine receives more Patriot system. That's all I had for this video. Please like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching. Bye.